today on 2+U Nevada.
It's really a chance to come in, see one of our providers, review your medications, review your medical conditions, and also make sure that we're setting you up for success for the rest of the year.
Sitting down with your primary care provider for an extended period of time seems like an anomaly these days, where seniors are finding that in-depth medical help in our region.
We're not PE, we're not a running club. We are a club where we talk with girls about choices and consequences, how to find good friends, how to build healthy habits, and then, oh, by the way, we're physically active.
The joyful mission of Girls on the Run Sierras. You'll want to pay attention because registration begins in just 2 days.
2+U Nevada.
Thank you for joining us for this edition of 2+U Nevada. I'm Sarah Johns, your host. Welcome back to reality. For those of you with kids in Washoe County schools, happy first day of getting your life back. But boy, was it hard getting the routine back this morning, at least for our household. We returned last night from a 3,600-mile road trip across most of America. We hit the following states: Nevada, Utah, Wyoming, Colorado, Kansas, Missouri, Oklahoma, Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, and finally back home. As I pulled into our driveway last night, I texted my family from the driver's seat. While I was parked, I turned around, and the kids were gone, inside the house and hugging our dogs within 30 seconds of pulling into the drive. My son said, "I don't want to see the inside of this car for a full week." Needless to say, they were excited to be home and even excited to start up school again, which is great. It means we wore them out and they want to get back to regular life. So here we are. We have a fantastic show for you today, from taking care of your senior loved ones to ensuring your young girls are joyful and healthy. Don't go anywhere. We are thrilled to have you joining us today for 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and we are at Renowned Senior Care Del Monte Clinic. Joining us again, Dr. Francesca Ronaldo. Thank you so much for having us this afternoon. And Norm Lamont. Norm, you are a Senior Care Plus member, and we are here today to talk about something super cool. And that's something that Senior Care Plus members can get: a Care Connect visit. So, Dr. Francesca, tell us a little bit more about that.
So every Senior Care Plus member is eligible for a very comprehensive annual exam that we call the Care Connect visit. It's really a chance to come in, see one of our providers, review your medications, review your medical conditions, and also make sure that we're setting you up for success for the rest of the year. So we talk about things like durable medical equipment, whether you need specialty referrals, anything that might fall through the cracks in terms of your care. We're making sure that we're addressing that. It's really just to wrap up your care in a nice package so that you're set for the year, and we're making sure that nothing's falling through the cracks.
And what I love about this, so this is not like your typical doctor's appointment. And I've been told by my friends in the medical business that if you get 15 minutes sitting down in a chair looking at a physician, that's about the average. But how long are these appointments?
So these appointments range between 40 and 60 minutes. Wow. You really have a lot of time to sit down and do a very comprehensive review of all your conditions, all of your medications, any other barriers you might have to care. You really get a lot of face-to-face time, not just with our providers, but with all the other staff that we have available to help you here in the clinic. So we have our RN care coordinators and care managers, we have our social workers, our community health workers, and we have our Senior Care Plus personal assistants here in the clinic as well. So basically, you're able to spend that time with the provider and then meet with other team members as needed based on the needs that are uncovered during the visit.
And this is offered once a year?
Offered once a year.
This is fantastic. And Norm, as a Senior Care Plus member, have you taken advantage of this type of appointment?
I just did it.
You just did it. So tell us what you experienced.
I'm always surprised at the questions sometimes. It's very thorough. One thing I'm always a little paranoid about is you have a what can you remember test.
Why are you worried about that?
And I fret about it before I go, but I usually do well.
Oh, well, I'm so glad to hear that. I can tell that you're doing just fine with your memory. But really and truly, tell folks what they can expect.
They sit you down and ask you a lot of questions, medication questions, if things have changed. malady you might have had? Has it gotten worse, gotten better? What's changed? Is the doctor really helping you work on it?
And then when you talk about your medications, like, are you bringing in a bag with all of your pills? Like, do you do that? Is that what you're supposed to do? Or do you have the list from your MyChart?
We have all of their medications available in the electronic medical record, but if Senior Care Plus members want to bring their medications and review those with the providers, they are more than welcome to do so.
You know, this just sounds so cool because it sounds like you're really sitting down with your patients, taking stock of what their needs are. But this particular appointment, it's not necessarily a doctor's appointment. You then, after this, schedule those appointments that might be needed after you really get all this information.
Absolutely. This is not intended to replace your primary care provider or a visit with your primary care provider. What we're really trying to do is get ahead of gathering all of that information ahead of time so that your primary care provider can actually spend those critical 20, 25 minutes with you to discuss what the most active issues are. What are the things that are top of mind for you that you're worried about in relation to one of your conditions or a medication or any other issue? We're really just wrapping it up for them so they can focus on the things that are most important to you in their visit with you.
And I want to key in on something that you just said in your answer to my prior question. You said 20 to 25 minutes. One thing that's so important for folks at home to know is Senior Care Plus members, when they come to this location, they really and truly do get a lot of sit-down time with their primary care provider.
Yes, our routine appointments with our providers here, whether they're primary care providers or one of our Care Connect visit providers, are 40 to 60 minutes. So we actually will take a look at your chart ahead of time, and based on the complexity, if we know you have a lot of conditions to discuss, if we know you have a lot of medications or other potential issues that we need to address, we'll actually schedule those visits accordingly so they can be 40 or 60 minutes.
Norm, as a patient, does this make you feel heard?
Yes. My favorite thing is the MyChart. It's easy to make appointments. You usually can get an answer. I'm constantly surprised. I'll ask the doctor a question and you just type it in the computer, and usually within the hour you're going to hear something back, which is
That's awesome.
great.
That's great patient care. Well, thank you so much for joining us, both of you, this afternoon. Really appreciate it. Dr. Francesca, I hope to see you again soon.
I hope so too.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm so excited to have Joy Hoyer here, the Executive Director of Girls on the Run Sierras. Thanks for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
I love your program. First of all, just so everybody knows, Joy and I are friends outside of work, so we've got a lot of fun stories and a lot of rapport, but I absolutely love your program and cannot wait for Stella to be a part of it.
I cannot wait for your daughter to be a part of it either. Every girl needs to do this program.
So explain broadly what Girls on the Run Sierras is.
Girls on the Run, our mission is to inspire girls to be joyful, healthy, and confident while creatively integrating physical activity. We're not PE, we're not a running club. We are a club where we talk with girls about choices and consequences, how to find good friends, how to build healthy habits, and then, oh, by the way, we're physically active.
And what I love about this too is that you're developing skills. In fact, you were just teaching us, Sophia and me in our office, skills like coping and 5-point breathing. Is that what you call it?
This is the 5-finger breathing technique that we teach our girls. If they're in a situation, before they react, they just take a moment. So you breathe in, you pause, you breathe out. You breathe in, you pause, you breathe out, and you trace your fingers, and by the time you get to your pinky, hopefully you have your emotions regulated, and then you can respond, not just pop off with the first thing that comes to mind.
I mean, hello, adults need to know this as well before we start typing a response to that email, right?
Sure, absolutely.
Like, do the 5-finger breathing.
And if you do need to do multiple hands or do it over and over, you can absolutely do that as well.
Your husband's talking in the kitchen. Like
Yes.
this the whole time.
Yes, for sure.
absolutely. Oh my gosh. Okay, so 3rd to 5th grade.
Correct.
And Dave was a coach with you
Yes.
at Girls on the Run, one of the amazing school programs that you have. And what he took away from it, I absolutely loved, because he doesn't have sisters, he has a brother, he doesn't have girls in his family, and he really got a benefit from coaching Girls on the Run because he learned girl speak.
Yes, yes. So Dynamic Dave was his coaching name. I think when I was watching Dave, it was just right after your daughter was born, and he wanted to learn girl language and what are girls going to be like as they're growing up. And he saw firsthand that they are wiggly and they are energetic and they are kind and they're sassy and they have opinions and they have questions. And so I think it gave him, as a coach and now a father, that realm of how to answer them, how to be kind, how to be patient. But it was also really cool for the girls to see a male role model come and give of his time as a coach. Dave, having a brand new daughter, wanted to learn some of these skills, but it was really nice for them to see a man interacting and a man caring, because we all need positive male role models in our life as well as females.
And I love your curriculum. I love that you're teaching girls to be kind to one another and not be mean girls. And go into some of the curriculum discussions that you have.
Yeah, some of my favorite, well, there's 20 lessons in the course of the 10 weeks because we meet with them twice a week after school for 10 weeks. Some of my favorites are the I Can power, where you're identifying that the power that you have comes with it from within. Someone else can try to boost you up or break you down, but really your I Can power is within you. The next lesson is I can't yet. And so, or I can't yet. And so it's the yet shield. So I can't run a 5K yet. I can't climb the hill like my brother yet. So it's all of that waiting and that you'll get there. And so that's the patience, that's the 5-finger breathing. We talk about choices and consequences. If you make good choices, you have good consequences. If you don't make such good choices, you might have negative consequences. We talk about emotions. All emotions are good. They're not bad or good. They're comfortable or uncomfortable, and you need to have them all to have all of the feelings, and you need to have all of the feelings, but it's how you express them and how you react to those that's what's on you.
I love this so much. So it's 10 weeks in the spring and in the fall. How many schools are you in?
We're in 49 schools in Reno, Sparks, Carson, and Tahoe Basin.
And this is 3rd through 5th grade?
3rd through 5th grade.
So get your Get your elementary school kids signed up.
Yes.
This is so empowering for our young women.
Yeah.
And you're really creating confident, well-rounded young women.
I say it's economic development. We're wanting girls to walk up and shake your hand and say, hi, I'm Joy, nice to meet you. That's not necessarily happening all the time. We want them to be confident to try out for that team or that job ultimately. We want them to love this area, so if they go away to school or they stay here, they want to come back and do that. So we just want to empower them in as many ways as we can.
And you mentioned I can't yet, but at the end of every 10 weeks, there's a 5K.
There is a celebration 5K that is untimed because we don't really care how they finish. We just want them to finish. And so they come and they get celebrated. There's Girl Village. We paint their faces. We do their hair. And then they participate in a 5K. Some of them will run, and that's awesome. Some of them will walk or skip or jog or a combo of all of that. Everyone finishes. Everyone is celebrated, whether it's girl number 1 who crosses the finish line or girl number 400. Everyone is celebrated because they just accomplished their big goal.
So Joy, if family members out there want to help volunteer or if they want to sign up their kiddos, you also have a summer camp. Where do they go?
Girls on the Run Sierras.org.
And your phone number?
775-298-0280.
Joy Hoyer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you, Sarah.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I'm here with Mark this afternoon, the Regional Director of RNR Tire Express. We are at the Carson City location, and Mark, this is absolutely beautiful.
We absolutely love it. It turned out perfect. We started from the ground up, and look what we have today.
It's gorgeous. And a quick drive. I know that you do have a Reno location. We'll talk about that later in this show. But I have to tell everybody at home, I drove here right after school drop off. So early in the morning during driving commute time. And it only took me 20 minutes to get here. You're very well located.
Well, you probably were driving slow. It takes me about 18 minutes to get there.
Nobody's ever accused me of that. So, Mark, what I love about your business model that I think that folks at home should know is that you guys have a rent-to-own program.
Yes, ma'am. That's pretty much what we do is we rent to own the tires and wheels. So you don't have to apply for credit. You don't have to do all the jumping through the hoops. It's a real simple program and everyone's approved.
You know, that is fantastic. What made you think to do that?
Well, it wasn't my idea. If it was, I'd take all the credit. We're a franchisee, of course, and the franchisor, yes, is in Florida, and that's how we got started. We hooked up with them and started back in 2019.
And you know, what is so good about that is right now, everybody's pinching pennies or thinking of the holidays, but we're also heading into that winter weather when people start thinking about their tire health and whether it's safe to drive on the roads with the current state of tires. And as a community member, I love hearing that you have this plan because you're not only ensuring that someone is safe on the roads, you're ensuring that me, the other driver on the road, is safe because somebody's able to get their tires.
Yes, ma'am. Here in northern Nevada, we can have really, really bad winters. And if you're not prepared for it, the streets will get you. And if your tires aren't ready, it could be costly. So we try and tell everybody, just pay attention to your tires, and when it's time, get them changed out as soon as possible.
And quickly, just for my knowledge, is it still the Lincoln head on the penny?
It is. That's the old school way. Yes, ma'am. That's how you do it. Today we have tire depth gauges, and it's all fancy dancy, and we can really determine how many millimeters it's down and all that.
And then when it comes to the dollar amount that somebody could rent to own tires, you're very generous. It's up to $5,000, is that right?
Yeah,
for a set?
So how our program works is it's real simple. Provide us with 5 items: driver's license, social, registration, most recent pay stub, and a utility bill, and you're guaranteed approval up to $5,000. What that really does mean is you can pick just about any tire you need to get you on the road and running safe.
That's fantastic. You're also generous with the community. Talk to me about your philanthropy.
Well, it's really not that big of a philanthropist kind
I
of role.
It is, but
We just give back. We do our best to give back to the community because they've supported our 2 stores now for 6+ years. And what we try and do is this time of year, it's our 6th annual food drive program. And we just have our customers bring in cans of food, and then we donate them to the local fish in here in Carson or the local Catholic church up in Reno. So it's a wonderful program, and it helps definitely families in need right now. And with everything that's going on, and we don't need to go there, oh my goodness, it's a big help to everybody.
And right now, and yeah, we don't need to go there, but right now there are so many families who are hurting, who are relying on food pantries, who are relying, and it's very hard for them to ask for help. And just knowing that community members like yourself are out there ensuring that people can get help, it's so kind.
Yep. We literally have raised over 10,000 pounds of food a year for the last 6 years. So we're really, really proud that we can give back to our community in such a large way. It's a big help. A private story. When my wife and I first got married 40-some years ago, I had to get on food stamps. I was a college student or trying to make it in this world, and it is what it is. I had to reach out for help. So I think that's probably why we are all so open-hearted about trying to give back, because we all understand.
You're going to make me emotional.
Nah, it's no big deal.
No, well, it is a big deal. And it's also nice for members of our community to say, wow, someone else has been there, and look where you are today.
Yeah.
And look what you're doing. You're paying it forward. And that's just what makes our community so amazing too, right? Is that people can pay it forward when they do.
Well, isn't that what it's really all about?
Yeah.
Pay it forward.
Well, tell us, where do people go? You've got 2 locations.
Yep.
So where can people go to learn about RNR Tire Express?
Well, this one here, of course, is 2031 East William Street, Highway 50, everybody knows. And the other one is 590 East Kitski Lane. It's literally right on the corner of Kitski and Mill. You can't miss it.
No, northeast corner.
Yeah, you just can't miss it. Our colors and the style of our shops are pretty noticeable, so no matter where you're going, you can run into it. But the beautiful part about where we're located is any of our locations can help you with just about anything, not just tires and wheels. We do everything. We do brakes, suspension work, need some shocks that need replaced, struts that went out, all of these different problems that we have with our vehicle that are super easy to get solved, we can solve those too.
That's fantastic.
We also do lift kits.
Oh, okay.
And down here,
I'm going to lift my minivan. How about that?
well, there's been other vehicles. We had a Prius that wanted lifted, and
Oh my gosh.
we had to check into it, and if it was able, we were able to do it.
You're kidding.
Nope, it was fun. It was creative and cool.
All right, Mark, thank you so much.
No problem.
You're watching 2+U Nevada. You are watching 2+U Nevada. I'm so excited to have Louis Perlin here, the executive director and principal of Alpine Academy Charter High School. And Louis, I was learning about your school. This is fantastic. One of the older schools in the state of Nevada as far as charter schools.
As far as charter schools, yeah, our school was opened in 2009, and it doesn't seem like a long time ago, but in the charter world, that was quite a while ago.
It really was. And of course, the whole discussion today is around school choice and having kids who may not thrive in that public school realm have options. And your school is currently still enrolling for students.
Yeah, we're looking for students. We have available seats for students for this school year, and we're always looking ahead to the next school year, and we'd love to bring more students in.
I love to hear your class size. What is your average class size?
So our average class sizes are about 20 students. Some of our classes have 14 or 15. We start feeling like we might need to balance things out if our class sizes get to about 25 students or more.
And just comparing that to the public school, I mean, that is a great class size for high schoolers.
Yeah, we think so too.
Okay, so talk to me about your curriculum. You have some really cool classes.
So we have some awesome electives. I wanted to start with that. We have an archery program. We're the only high school like in northern Nevada that has a archery program. Students can take archery for PE credit. They can also participate in after-school clubs, and we also have a competitive team that in regional and national tournaments actually ranked like in the top 10. So we're proud of that. We have a theater program. We have great science classes. And for next year, we're looking at offering CTE classes in pre-law, theater. We're looking at kind of developing a program that teaches using AI in the business world. And did I say pre-law?
You did say
Okay,
pre-law, but I got to tell you, I mean, these are fantastic electives. And what I also love is you said that your students have the option to get college credit at your high school as well. And many of them graduate with an associate's before they graduate high school.
Yeah, so not every student, they can opt to, apply for an advanced diploma. They can participate in dual credit, dual enrollment. So we work with TMCC. A lot of our students take classes at TMCC to earn college credit. And, a lot of students, we have students that when they graduate high school with their high school diploma and with the two-year associate's degree. And it's funny to us that they might actually finish with that associate's degree before the high school diploma, just because like TMCC's graduation is about a week before ours.
That's so cute. That's pretty cool. What I love too is you were mentioning how your high school gets kids ready for life and living, and you really are getting them ready to be in the workforce.
Absolutely. Like, years ago we were talking about preparing kids for college, but college may not be for everyone. So we want to make sure that they're successful once they graduate high school, whether that's just knowing how to run your family, going into a trade, being self-employed, or going to college or university. We focus on all of those things. And so life skills is something that we incorporate into our curriculum, straight across the curriculum in an English class or science class or math class. Funny thing is that, you know, we all remember when we used to take math and we used to be like, how is this going to apply to life? You know, I don't need to know perimeter and area forever. But we have a great supplemental curriculum that kind of answers all those questions and ties things together.
That's awesome. All right, so you have a physical location. You're actually in the old Career College of Northern Nevada at Sparks and Prater.
Yeah, and I've been trying to bring a lot of attention to that, because unfortunately when the Career College had to kind of like close and move out, it's this big beautiful building that gets to live on and is now repurposed as a high school.
So cool. How do people register? Where do they go? Do they call you? Do they need to test in, or can they just transfer? What's that process look like?
So any student that wants to come to our school is eligible. Like they have to live in the state of Nevada. So we do have students that come from as far as Stead or from Fernley and Fallon. You can call our office. Can I provide the number?
Please do.
775-356-1166. You can come on in at any time. We're open like most school days.
And the address?
The address is 1421 Pullman Drive, and we're in Sparks. And like like you said, we're off of Sparks and Prater. It's that big 2-story building. Let's see. You can come to our website, which is alpineacademy.net. I wanted to throw out something really exciting too. We're a 4-day instructional school week, so students have most Fridays off.
Well, there's the selling point right there.
That's very popular. Another thing that I wanted to just say is that on October 29th, we're having our kind of like Halloween festival. It's very student-centered. The students have been working on it, planning it, just a little bit of advisement and mentorship from staff. You're more than welcome to come on by and visit. We'll give you some candy. You can hang out.
What are the hours?
That's from 6 until 8 on the 29th. That's a Wednesday. And we'll have people there that can help you enroll as well.
Lewis, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon.
Thank you so much.
You're watching 2+ U Nevada. Now to the story of an inspiring young man. This 12-year-old can imitate the call of just about any bird you can imagine. Steve Hartman introduces us to Samuel Henderson. Now taking to the skies, albeit by plane. Aviation analytics company Cirium has just announced the airlines and airports that are the most on time. Delta takes the punctuality award in the United States. Aeromexico wins it worldwide. Cirium says Istanbul Airport is the platinum winner in the company's 2025 on-time performance review. It says the facility's punctuality is about 80%. That's not the top number, but the award takes into account overall operational performance and recovery capability. Qatar Airways is Cirium's platinum winner in the airline category. So this report only named the most on time. After a quick online search, Aerospace Global News just published an article with the worst record. It reports that 3.9 million hours were lost due to flight delays in 2025. The worst airline, Ryanair, an Irish low-cost carrier, recorded the highest proportion of flights affected by delays. In America, the worst was, drumroll please, Frontier Airlines. Frontier emerged as the carrier with the highest proportion of affected flights, ahead of JetBlue, Southwest, American Airlines, and Alaska Airlines. Stay with us. We'll be right back. You are watching 2+U Nevada, and I am joined by Katie Charleston, the Communications Officer for Nevada HealthLink. Katie, thank you so much for being here.
Sarah, thank you so much for having me.
So we think of open enrollment and health insurance, and we think that, oh gosh, I was supposed to have done that before the end of the year. But for folks here in Nevada, they have up until January 15th.
Yes, there is still time. So if the time got away from you, which it does for all of us, holidays happen, you still have time to enroll in health insurance. You have until January 15th. And if you enroll by midnight on January 15th, your coverage is going to start February 1st.
And it's so good to hear that, because some folks, the holidays get you. Time gets away from you. I mean, I'm a procrastinator, so I know that things can happen. And so you're like, oh, crud, I needed to get my health insurance. I needed to get health insurance for the family. So there is still that option, but it is a hard deadline now of January 15th.
Correct, yes. So our open enrollment period runs yearly from November 1st to January 15th. So if you get past that January 15th date, you can still enroll in coverage, but only if you have a qualifying life event. And that's like having a baby, if you lose your existing coverage, you move to a new service area, and then you can qualify for a special enrollment period. So if right now you don't need health insurance, but your circumstances change in a month, 2 months, and you have something that happened, please reach out to us and we can help get you enrolled in a plan that way.
That's good to know too. You have so many plans for Washoe County. How many plans?
We have almost 100 plans available in Washoe County from 7 different private insurance carriers. So these are all commercial insurance carriers like Anthem, CareSource, Health Plan of Nevada. So these aren't skimpy plans. They're all Affordable Care Act certified. So that means that they cover the 10 essential health benefits. You cannot be denied or charged more due to a pre-existing condition. So no matter which level you're at, we have 3 different levels of plans. There's bronze, silver, and gold, kind of depending on your medical needs is where you'd want to stay. But no matter which level, all of those plans offers those protections.
And then people can check. They can go on your website or they can call a professional and they can check to see how much these plans cost, and even if there are some subsidies that they could qualify for.
Absolutely. So Nevada HealthLink is the only place where you can get financial assistance to help pay for your monthly premium. We also offer free enrollment assistance with a network of licensed professionals. So we have almost 800 navigators and brokers throughout the entire state. Their assistance is always free. It's offered in multiple languages. You can get help over the phone, virtually, or in person, and they can just walk you through the whole plan. Insurance is confusing. Make sure your medication's covered, your doctor's covered. Make sure that you're getting the best bang for your buck and what your out-of-pocket's going to be or what you're using your insurance for. So we really suggest working with those enrollment professionals. If you want to just go online, no pressure, you can go to nevadahealthlink.com, click enroll now. We have a pre-eligibility calculator. This process is completely anonymous. So you just enter your zip code, your birthday, your estimated income, and you can see right there how much subsidies you qualify for and what your monthly cost is going to be.
And with those subsidies, who are your customers?
So we have quite a wide range of people that are enrolled on Nevada HealthLink. So a lot of times we have self-employed, small businesses, people working part-time, gig workers. One of our biggest population is actually the pre-Medicare population. You retired, but you're not quite eligible for Medicare, and kind of that in-between and finding a plan. That's actually our biggest population on the marketplace right now.
That's crazy to hear that. Yeah, but a lot of people have gotten out of the workplace for whatever reason and aren't quite yet at that retirement age.
Exactly. So we're a really great option for that crowd as well. And again, only place you can get subsidies. It's worth taking a look. And even if you're not qualifying for subsidies, it's still a great value and a great plan from great insurance carriers.
And then walk me through the process. How long does it take a person typically when they're going online or calling a professional at your office? How long does it take them? How long should a person budget?
Yeah, so the time is kind of range. If you really go in, you know what you want, you're getting enrolled, you can really get it done in like 15, 20 minutes. If you want to, a little bit more, take your time, talk about medications, doctor, I think it's good to allocate about an hour of your time to get enrolled in a plan so you can get all your questions answered and really get into those plan details.
And then if somebody is going to call your office, What are the hours?
Yeah, so we're open during open enrollment. We're going to be open Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. During the week. And then on Saturday, we're open from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m.
And that continues through January 15th?
After the 15th, we are just open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. We also have a virtual broker out there at our call center. So if you call, you're going to get, her name is Sage now, I believe. And she will direct you to an assister as well. And they can actually transfer you, especially if you have like a broker already assigned to you. You can call our 800 number and we'll actually transfer you straight to your broker.
And I have to say, the message today really is get your health insurance by January 15th. That is the hard deadline now.
Absolutely. Get enrolled. This is your last chance to freely enroll without having to deal with the special enrollment period. So get enrolled now. If you're not sure where you qualify for, we're a no wrong door. So we can send you over to Medicaid if you find you're eligible for Medicaid, or maybe you have a mixed household. We can help you with all of that. So come to us. We're happy to help you figure out what's best going to fit you.
Okay, website, phone number.
NevadaHealthLink.com or call us at 800-547-2927.
All right, Katie, thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. You're watching 2+U Nevada. Are you a business or nonprofit and want to be featured on 2+U Nevada? Have a Mom to Mom Monday, a Tried It Tuesday, or even a cute pic you just want to show us? The whole point of 2+U Nevada is the plus you. You can send us your content by visiting our website. Head to 2news.com and click on 2+U Nevada. Or you can email us at 2+UNevada@ktvn.com. Now for one of the coolest ideas emerging from the annual Consumer Electronics Show in Las Vegas. Lego has unveiled what it calls smart play bricks. They look a lot like the regular Lego pieces you already know, but they're equipped with chips that can detect similar chips in other building blocks, meaning they can light up or make different noises when in proximity to each other. The new bricks launch in March with a tie-in built to showcase the new tech Star Wars. Now, they would really be smart if they lit up right before you'd step on them, so that way it would warn parents before, that evening scream in pain. Well, that's it for this edition of 2+U Nevada. Thank you for inviting us into your home this afternoon. We look forward to joining you every weekday at 3 for 2+U Nevada. 2 News Nevada at 4 starts now.